So this week, today is April 19th, 2017. This morning I woke up and I had an interview to become a Big Sister under the Big Brother Big Sister program. I really connected with who I spoke to, and no matter how long the process takes, I applied a long time ago, probably 4 months ago, and it's just, they had a water pipe bust at their office, and that's life. Life happens, and I feel I was pretty patient with the process, and I hope that I continue to be, but it is something I'm very excited about, as it's part of my journey. Speaking of, everyone's journey is different, and it's hard because you want to connect with everyone and you want to connect to a lot of people, and people walk in and out of your life, and you don't know how long you're going to know somebody. You don't know how long they're going to give you attention. You don't know what their motives are for getting to know you, but you have to have faith in something, or at least I do. And it's continually rewarding because you find things whenever you're not even looking for them sometimes, and that's the best time to find them. So when I clean, I go through everything I own pretty much, and I reorganize everything, which leads to me not being able to find anything in the long run, but it's just the way I do things. There's a method to the madness, and sometimes you just gotta clean. So I haven't always had such an easy life, and right now life isn't easy either. But I'm a firm believer in the fact that we're here to experience life. All we have is right now. And I've felt so moved to share my story and to helping others that maybe have gone through some of the same things. And I'm not going to talk about what I've been through just yet, but I'm going to talk about what just happened to me moments ago as I was cleaning. I found this letter, and this letter is from someone that I met freshman year of college, which is about 8 years ago now. Love them. Couldn't say a bad thing about them. Wouldn't, even if I could. But they gave me a letter on a day where I felt real lost. And sometimes I avoid this letter. I didn't even know where it was. I just found it. But I think I found it at the right time. And so I'm going to read you this letter, because this is going to be, this letter and this video are a big part of me sharing my story, because it helped me to realize that I do make a difference in other people's lives, whether I know it or whether I remember it or whether I think it. And whenever you're reminded of that, and how your experience and how you treat people can touch others, it's something that you need to share, because you're doing the same exact thing, and you might just not know it. Okay. So it says, as we've been getting to know each other better, we've experienced a lot. Some great, some not so great. We have so much in common, but also some vastly different perspectives on things. You have an energy about you that is so attractive, and I think it is that, along with your kind heart and desire to help others, that draws me to you. Even when I get frustrated and want to walk away, I can't. I've never felt that way with anyone before, and I don't want to come on too strong, but it is the truth. The way your eyes light up when you're talking about something you're passionate about or a spiritual experience you've had is so beautiful and literally gives me the chills. Not because it freaks me out, but because it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And the energy you give off from it is so strong. I'm silent because I can't explain it. I always knew there was something about you. So sweet. Ever since the first day we met in college, and every time I've laid eyes on you since then, it has brought warmth and joy into my heart and soul. You are truly one of a kind. I know I can be hard on you sometimes. That's what friends do. I do not mean to judge you or make you feel bad. I just care for you so much. It's honestly hard to put into words the way I feel because I've never felt this way before. I don't know when or if I'll give this to you. I was just feeling a lot of strong emotions and wanted to get them on paper. I've always seen the world in black and white, an obvious flaw of mine among many others. You have opened my eyes and challenged me to see things from another perspective, and I can honestly say that is life-changing. Thank you. You are truly an amazing, gifted, and very talented person. I hope you know this. Not to mention, you're one of the strongest people I've ever met. To have been through the things that you've been through and still be standing on 2 feet is a feat in itself. I think that's the word, F-E-A-T, feat in itself. I think that's right. Okay, anyways. And I have more respect for that than you'll ever know. You are an inspiration. And you help me power through when I'm feeling down. Anyways, I'm going to stop with the mushy stuff because I'm sure I'm freaking you out. Totally true. I pray there are great things to come for you and us in the future. But regardless of where we end up, you will always have a special place in my heart and my soul. I thank God for giving us this opportunity, and I hope we can recognize what has been laid before us. The things that really jump out to me in this is that, he came from a place of not judging me in this letter. And this is someone who I felt really judged by. And so that shows so much about my friend, that they were able to actually put themselves in a different perspective than they're used to, and to rawly get their emotions out. And that's why I write things down. You know how he said he wanted to get it down on paper, regardless of whether I got this letter or not. That's a feat in itself, if that's the right word. Also, just the fact that someone sees how my eyes light up when I talk about something I love. Are you kidding? Like, that is something that I never knew anybody noticed. I didn't even know that it happened, And it's hard to see yourself from a different perspective. And I'm probably going to rewatch this video and not even recognize myself in that while I'm watching it in that moment. But I have been through a lot, and that's why you have to that's why I've had to put my heart and soul into what I believe and put some weight behind things that I'm passionate about so that I can get up that hill, so that I can climb and recognize that I'm climbing. And all the time I'm like, what am I inspired by? What am I passionate about? And sometimes, I hear crickets. I hear nothing. It's about doing it. And I am the biggest procrastinator, probably. It takes me, when I say 10 minutes, I have to walk all the way around my apartment, do a clean sweep, and try and make sure I'm not forgetting anything, and tell my dog bye, and then I only come back in the door a second later because I already forgotten something, and I'm like, oh, sorry that I just said bye to you. Like, I have to say bye to you again. Poor thing. She's okay. Anyways, so I procrastinate, but when I do things, I do try and put my whole heart into them. And that's whenever I see the results. I put my whole heart into this relationship. And I got this letter out of it. And I got a friend, okay? And I got to experience something that I really never saw coming with that friendship. And this letter changed my life today, right now. So I guess all I'm trying to say is that even when I don't recognize what I'm doing, when I'm talking to someone or when I'm listening to someone, I'm doing a lot more than I believe I am. Therefore, I need to blindly trust that I am making a difference in a way that suits me, in a way that makes my heart warm up and makes my eyes light up to even understand and see in written proof that it's happened. And to put that much more effort into relationships that are meaningful. Anyways, I wanted to read this again on camera, so there it is. Truth be told, this relationship isn't in a great place right now, by the way. And that's why I love the ending, where it says, but regardless of where we end up, he thanks God for giving us this opportunity, and that he hopes we can both recognize what had been laid before us. That's a way to end a letter, okay? And not to say that all of the other stuff wasn't incredible, because it was very flattering to me, but it spoke more to my heart. And that's when you're having a conversation about something that you love and something that moves you, is whenever you feel it in your heart. All right, that's all. Bye.